really flat. Yeah.
Okay. I think, well, not to speak for both of us, but I think I could almost speak for both of us in saying that, you know, we can look back on a time prior to our marriage and just a time when we were both chasing after the wrong things for fulfillment. And just how that was such a time of just emptiness and loneliness. And just kind of a time of darkness almost, where it just seemed like nothing I was doing, nothing was really bringing me fulfillment and happiness. And one of the big things that has really turned that around for me is my relationship with Christ, and becoming more of a part of our church, of PBC, getting involved in connection groups and serving in the church, and just really plugging in there has completely turned that around for me personally. And just now being able to realize that there is so much more in this life for me than the things that I was chasing after before. And He is Jesus. That's what it's all about. And it's something I've realized and have come to know in these last few years.
A lot of realization for me has occurred over the last 5 to 10 years. I mean, there's times that really stick out, but it's been a gradual process for me. And I just look back at times in my life where my focus was so self-centered and on things that would make me happy for that moment or maybe for that season of my life. And I look back at those times and think to myself, you know, how selfish or foolish to be wasting those days and months and eventually years on fruitless efforts.
Jesus and my relationship with Him has been a constant for me. I think circumstances in our life can lead us to places, or people will eventually disappoint us. And that's something I think that chasing after all of these things, whether it was, you know, a house, a husband, having children, like, you chase after those things, but they eventually will disappoint you. Even if you have one of the best husbands out there, he might eventually let you down. And so something for me that has just been so helpful is having that strong relationship in Christ, because He is a constant. I know I can go to Him every day on the days when I'm tired, when I'm defeated, when I'm sad, when I'm hurt, and He's there, and He's gonna listen, and He's gonna encourage me. And so I would say to somebody who maybe doesn't have that, you need to give it a chance. It really is the only way to find lasting fulfillment. He's the only one that can provide you with the satisfaction that your heart is longing for.
Maybe you didn't want to be here today. Maybe you came here with holes in your heart, holes in your life. But there's a reason you're here today. There's a reason you're hearing this message and these things. There is something that can fill that in. And whether you're broken from events in your life, from situations you've been put in, or from searching for something to fill you up, there's only one thing that's going to do that at the end of the day, and that's Christ in heaven. And without that, you're going to always have something missing, and you'll always be searching for something. And once you find that, then the real joys can begin.